Frost 1988, and I'm here to show you all how to build your Stonewood for your Stonewood Storm Shield defenses all the way through to 10. To begin with, you might think the building's excessive, but this is the way Storm Shields are meant to be built, and it's good practice to get used to this kind of building in the beginning, so it's not such a pain towards the end when you have to build this way in later Storm Shield defenses. If you have an amplifier placed differently to me, some of the video may not be of use to you, but for those that place them similar to mine, you'll find this to be very useful. So as usual, we've built pyramids because smashers run over them and not through them. Everything should be built out of metal. I realize some of you can't upgrade to tier 3 right away, so just upgrade when you can. But metal is best. You're only weak to the nature wave, and it's got more health to survive exploder explosions. On the inside you'll see we've built a box around the amplifier for one layer. We folded up floors, a little half wall, and then we've got the pyramid on the outside. This is like using layers to help path the zombies up to the top of your pyramid to go for the weak point rather than just attacking the walls. Sometimes they will drift off and attack the walls, but you can't help that sometimes, just shoot them. Here we built a little box extension just because everyone likes being able to access their computer terminals, so we have them there. So let's get into it. Main amplifier. To the east side, we've built this defense here. Fire traps to burn off any nature husks that do get close. If it's a water wave, I don't think you see that in Stonewood. You might, I can't remember. But either way, fire is best against nature, and if nature gets close, you really want them dead. So we've used that. Built this little station here, so you can put a couple of healing pads in there to protect yourself, and so you can stand up here and shoot. Your base can go anywhere up here to connect to your tunnels. If you need to fall back, you can move a base to the pyramid, and it'll still connect down, just wherever you like. We've built a little tunnel to the side here. Dynamos, wall lights, wooden floor spikes, ceiling electric field. And this is just to kill husks that come through the tunnel and get them all destroyed. The wooden floor spikes are there to slow the enemies and damage them a bit when they come down. The wall lights are to stun them and just hold them in place for a while. And this little combination gives you ceiling fields and dynamos a little bit more time to recharge and keep activating to kill the enemies trying to get through. On the left side here, we've built this tunnel, which we've just gone through, put floor spikes all the way through to help slow them because we don't have wall lights in this tunnel. We've got wall darts to shoot across everywhere, because wall darts have a 3-tile range, so that one will hit 1, 2, 3. So that wall dart on that back wall will shoot all the way out to here, and vice versa around. Dynamos to zap and finish enemies going through, and ceiling electric fields to do AoE damage to them all. It's important to note when doing your Storm Shield defenses, most of them you want to sit back as far as you can away from the tunnels and let them do their job. And any husks that do survive and get through these locations, then you want to finish them off. But try to avoid rushing to the front lines and just shooting everything. Your combat scores are relevant. The point is to win the mission, not have the highest score. It's a team effort. To the south side, obviously this tunnel isn't needed once you place that amplifier because the zombies won't spawn there anymore. But I put this here just for those of you that don't have it. So, got these little fire traps up here, ceiling electric fields, wall dynamos, tire traps, because we are above a ramp or slant. So always remember tire traps above ramps or slants because they'll drop and they'll roll down. And wall darts on the back wall to just shoot everything that comes out to here and is running up. If we come over to the west side, we've done the same thing. Just a little ramp, kill tunnel, to get them as they make their way out. If you have any questions at the end of the video, just post them in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I'm able. But hopefully I cover everything. You'll notice this time around I did place traps. That's just to give it a little more... can't think of the word. But either way, it's so you can see what it looks like when finished. This pyramid, same as always. We've got our box, half walls, and the ramp. Just found this to be the best defense. So over here we've got that sandwiched off with the layers. You'll see that in the trap tunnel video guide I've done. Blocking off that section, that's just the path of zombies through these directions. So over here we've put fire traps just around. We sandwich that little box off in there. If anything does come around the back way, you can just shoot it. Not that much is gonna come through, so let the traps do the work on these sides and kill them when they get to your pyramid. And if anything does come around the back, just shoot it. Over here we've got spikes to slow them a bit once they do get through. We've put retractables at the front for hard hitting killing. We just want to annihilate everything to begin with, but if anything does survive, it'll slowly get finished by the spikes and all the other traps you've set up. Wall darts to fire across these areas and keep them covered. Wall dynamos for enemies passing by to blast them. And then ceiling electric fields just on the roofs. I will add, anywhere I've put a ceiling electric field, you can use a gas trap or ceiling zapper. This is just the preference. Here we built wall darts, so a little firing line for any husks coming up. And we've put wall launchers there just in case they do sit there trying to get through the sandwich wall. It'll push them off and keep them at bay for a while. Try and push them to this side. Here you'll see I've built this structure, and this is just your standard spawn kill. So ceiling electric fields or gas traps. I didn't trap this area out just because I'm trying to save on materials, and the ceiling electric field's being bugged at the moment. It's possible I may have to tear all that down and just replace it again later. So spawn kill and a little tunnel. Right here. That's it. Now let's get on the skateboard. So amplifier A. So let's move to amplifier B, which we place down here. So as usual, just the sandwich walls within the pyramid. We put fire traps around the outside as a line of defense. This tiny ramp down here to the south side, we've just put wall dart, a tire trap to drop down the ramp. That's about all you need for that section. Down the bottom here, there's a lot of husk spawn here. We've just built a spawn kill field again. So ceiling electric fields and gas traps. But you can use ceiling zappers if you must. Excuse the sounds that might be coming out of me. I've got a bit of a cold. So over here, built a little tunnel to the west side. So retractables in this box because we really want to hit hard and finish off anything coming through. Wall darts to shoot across from both sides. Wall dynamos to blast enemies. And then ceiling electric fields or gas traps through the roofs for AoE damage. We'll put some spikes here just as a little bit of a slow effect, and that just gives these traps here a little more time to reload and get ready for the next batch coming through. Let's go this up first. We chucked a wall out there just as extra stun, because wall darts are unnecessary with the wall darts there and there. Down the bottom here, we have a spawn kill. So sealing electric fields or gas traps, same as always. If any of this stuff is outside the shield and you can't build it yet, have your constructor build it during the combat phase, or just build what you can and hold back. So this tunnel here, a little dynamo there, just to hit them if they do try and break through here, but ideally you just want them to come through and around. We've put wall lights to stun them when they're coming through. Wall darts all over the place, once again just for that big firing effect from all angles. That's that section done. Let's go to Amplifier C. Same as usual, we've got the sandwich walls inside. We've got fire traps going around the outside, and you'll notice I've put some healing pads in some areas. That's just a little addition you don't have to do, but you can do it if you want a bit of healing nearby to help. But you want to put the healing pads in those locations, because they're in spots where husks are less likely to land, except for maybe that one. But there's double darts, so you should be okay with that. Now this corner at the back here, put the floor launcher with reverse stairs, just as a way to shoot some husks out if they come up. Wall lights to stun, and wall darts to fire out. Got wall darts in these corners to fire out that way, and that way. And then for the south side, as you can see, we've built a giant spawn kill tunnel. Once again, sealing electric fields or gas traps. And then if we come up top here, yeah, got another big just sealing tunnel, just to get the spawns that come running through there. So sealing electric fields and gas traps up in this section as well. Now we've just put a few there to demo that a bit. And then over this ramp, we've put 4 sets of tire traps. It's because they're over a ramp or slant, and it'll hit the zombies on their way through. For the final amplifier, we place this one up here. So sandwich walls on the inside of the pyramid, as I showed you in the others. And we'll do the west side first. So first off, they get attacked from this side. You've got the spawn kill already built down there. And then there's a ramp for them to come up through there and up here. So just along here we've put wall lights to slow them down and stun them. Retractables for some big hitting damage. And then when they make their way up and across the ramp as well, you better look at that. Tire traps. And the reason we put tire traps up here, even though it's not a slant or a ramp, is because they reach 3 tiles. So it will drop and hit them here. Tire trap there, all that's on the back wall. The fire traps just around the amp to get those pesky nature husks out of the way if they occur. And we've dropped a healing pad there. Here we've built one of these tunnels. We've used the triangle walls to stall them and so you can hide a little more. Wall lights on one wall, retractable floor spikes on the floor, wall dynamos on the side. Sealing electric fields or gas traps on the roofs. We've got tire traps over the ramps. You could extend it out further if you wish, but there's no need. Wall darts to shoot enemies on the way in, and just dynamos on these little walls because they will trigger if enemies get near them. We built this little section up here, so you can put your base down here, or you can put it on that square over there that I'm looking at. connector tunnels, depending on where they attack, just so you can maneuver your base around. Or you can chuck it there, or anywhere really. Here we've got this little tunnel here, so just put the little half wall, and Frost is an idiot. There we go. Completely forgot that. So wall darts shooting in, wall lights to stun, dynamos for big blast damage, ceiling electric fields or gas traps, and then we got tire traps. We just put this here, one to push them off if they do come up this way. Most of them will just come through here, but if they do, you've got this here to help. And once again, you can extend that out if you wish and put tire traps. Go over a ramp, you want to use the tire traps. And then just around here we've got another healing pad. Built this tunnel over a ramp again because it's an entry point. Little kill zone. Tire traps over the ramp. Tire traps over the ramp. Wall darts to shoot in. Come over to the back side here. Wall dynamos. Healing pads for support. Tire traps over your ramp. And you would put them here too. And then wall darts to fire in, and dynamos to zap and hit enemies again. Sorry if I'm stumbling or anything. As I said, I'm getting a bit of a cold. It's hard for me to think and function as a human, but I'm doing my best. That's those sections done. If I've gone over it too fast, I do apologize. Just post in the comments and I'll do what I can to help you in my response.
Nope.
Pretty sure that covers all of the amplifiers I've done for Stonewood. You might see there are some sections that are not trapped, that you might have trapped yourself, or you might think could use trapping because you get attacked from that side. The reason I have not trapped them, like I trapped those ones because they're needed early on, but the reason I haven't trapped them all is because it's not needed. If you just build what's here, you'll be able to fight off the rest and hold off your enemy waves. Last but not least, actually no, I already showed this section. Yeah, so that's just your spawn kill. I'm gonna call this one a wrap. Once again, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. And if I've gone too fast through something for you to see and map out, just pause the video, slow it down, whatever you need to do to get it checked out. Take care, and I hope to see you all around.